Arsenal have bid 70 million for Bruno Guimares, but people are not very happy because they feel it's a low ball offer. Now, I'm going to explain personally why I think as an Arsenal fan that this gets done. And for me, it comes down to the importance of the sources. And this is just my opinion, but here goes. And obviously, there's no guarantee it gets done. This is just my opinion. Now, first things first, it's good to understand where each post is coming from. So Sammy Mockbell, you can see this post is going to be coming more from the Arsenal side of things. Understanding where each report is coming from a club perspective, from an agent perspective, is key to kind of understanding the narrative which gets put across. So with Bruno Guimares, for example, the last sentence, "I'm willing to overpay an inflated market," for me, indicates that Arsenal are basically keeping their mouth very shut in the public eye, that they're going to keep this president, that they will refuse to overpay, and that's supported by the fact they didn't go that way for Morgan Rogers. But in actual fact, what happened with Morgan Rogers is they walked away and didn't even put a bid in, despite the public kind of claiming that that was still the case and it was still their top target, when in reality it was ages ago decided that he wasn't the one. All because of the fee. The 130 million or 120 million they got briefed was something, they were 50 million or 40 million of valuation. They didn't want to do that. Now, notice the overwhelming difference with this one and Bruno Guimares. Arsenal made a 70 million offer. There's been talks for a month. There's been weirdly a lack of club-to-club talks, or weirdly a lack of bids, but there's been through intermediaries. But you can see that Arsenal bid 70. Now, why that's significant is because we've shown that if there's a player we won't overpay for or won't actually go crazy for, we'll walk away. If the valuation's too significant, we'll walk away. So that shows that 70 million offer is clearly in Newcastle's ballpark and is clearly what's been reported by his camp, or there or thereabouts. And remember where I said it's important to understand where news is coming from? Well, Newcastle have said that they insist that 70 million is a non-starter. Now, bear in mind, Newcastle, till the very final second, whether it gets done or doesn't, are going to keep this position that they will not sell him for 100 million. They don't want to sell him. He's unsellable. Expect that narrative to persist the whole time. And that's to appease fans and to make it look like they're doing the absolute best to get the most money for their captain. But in reality, Arsenal wouldn't be bidding 70 million if they had no indication that that wasn't close. So yes, this is all my opinion, but for me, it's very important to understand where sources are coming from. Arsenal side are trying to keep very tight-lipped about budget, are trying to underpay for everything, push that price down, which, to be fair, it's probably already happened. And Newcastle will keep pushing the message that they will not sell him, or they won't sell him for minimum 100 million. Don't expect that to ever change. That's my opinion on the situation. That's my opinion on where it's really important to understand what narrative a source is trying to put across. Let me know what your thoughts are on what I've said. If you think this still gets done, let me know down below. Intrigued to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoy this type of content, follow for more.